Alright guys, here's a quick video showing how I like to go ahead and clean out this rifle before I put it back in the gun safe for storage. And so there's more than one way to clean a rifle. This technique's been working well for me, so I thought I'd just share it with you. And so I've got just a standard cleaning rod, patch holder, cleaning patch that'll fit this 6.5 millimeter caliber. And so you start by removing the bolt, this Bergara. You press this and pull the bolt out. This one, the scope cap kind of gets in the way, so you got to make sure that's open when you go to pull that bolt out. And then I like to use Hoppy's number 9 cleaning solution. I like to go ahead and get that nice and wet. And then I recommend always coming in from the back of the rifle, especially for a very accurate rifle. The reason being is the tip of where the bullet comes out of the barrel is called the crown, and if you damage the shape of the crown, it'll affect your bullet flight, because that's the last part of the rifle that your bullet touches. So you're much less likely to damage it if you come in from the back. So right now I'm just taking that saturated little cleaning rag and running it back and forth a few times, also into the chamber, and right where the bullet starts to go into the chamber in the back part of the barrel, I'll clean or get some solvent in there, and a little bit on the inside of here where the bolt goes. So you can see that comes out pretty dirty. I took this to the range, I shot it about 25 times is all. So this is not going to be a super crazy cleaning, but this is just after I shoot it a few times. I don't like to put it away dirty. So the next thing I will do in my cleaning kit is I've got a caliber specific brush. This is nylon. You can also use brass or any kind of metal that's soft. So now that that solvent's been in there, I'll go ahead and come in from the back. I'll work that brush all the way out the tip and all the way back in. So right now I'm using my bipod to hold this in here. Swap this back out. I'll put in another cleaning pad, and then I'm going to run one more saturated Hoppy's number 9 through it. I'll do that off camera because you've already seen me do it once. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and run some dry patches through. I'll just do that 2 or 3 more times till that starts coming out nice and clean. Okay, so the last patch came out almost perfectly clean, so now I've got a brand new patch on there. I'm going to put just a little bit of Hoppy's number 9 gun oil, just a couple little drops on this. Run that through the barrel as well. A light coat of oil is really good rust prevention for storage, but it needs to be a very light coat. So I'm going to run one last dry patch through it and call the barrel nice and clean, ready to store. And so for the actual bolt itself, this is still looking nice and clean, so I'm just going to take some of these other patches that I already used. I'm going to clean out a little bit right where the primer is struck by the firing pin, and anywhere else I see any grime build up. There's not much because I didn't shoot very much. I'll take a clean patch and wipe that up. I'm going to put just a little bit of oil along here, tiny bit. I'm going to work that in over the part. And then I've got a cloth that came with this gun cleaning kit. It's nice soft. I use it for the final wipe down. It leaves just a very light oil coating over everything. I'll wipe down inside the action. Pop out the bottom plate here. Clean all this out. So basically this has got a little bit of oil on it. I'm just going to wipe out the whole inside of the whole mechanism. Cleaning it and putting a little oil at the same time. I'm going to put just a couple drops of oil down in the actual mechanism of the trigger. Wipe up any excess. Now I can reinstall here. Let's bolt back in place. Press this, it goes back in. And the other thing to point out, when you're going to store a rifle, a bolt action like this, the spring inside of where the presses the firing pin, if you go ahead and pull the trigger as you close the bolt, the firing pin spring is not engaged. So the firing pin looks like you've already shot it, but you didn't. So that's a nice way to go ahead and prolong the life of the spring inside. And the final step is I just take this little bit of an oily rag. I'm going to wipe down everything, especially if this had been outside hunting and it got wet, any kind of moisture. Make sure you wipe it down really well. A light coat of oil. So I'll finish that off camera and I'll wipe down every part of the barrel. Hope you learned a lot.